Let me see how this looks.
You call it eat that?
No, I didn't call Yvette.
What you doing?
Live. I was gonna do a review on the Bad Boys movie,
Oh,
Ride or Die.
okay, okay,
Okay, come
okay.
in. Close the door. Come on.
You sure? I think I was
How you feel?
I'm good. I'm happy.
So I was gonna discuss the Ride or Die movie.
Again.
I was gonna do a quick review on this new installment of the Bad Boys. This is their fourth movie, uh, and I would say this is their worst movie.
Mm.
Or I would now start to wonder, were all of them just as bad as this movie, and I didn't notice it before? Because I always just basically chalk it up to action movie. You know, you have this testosterone action movie where everything is everything is happening so fast, and we have Will Smith's character who is still driving the 911 Porsche, my dream car. So that was kind of cool to see, and it was also starring Martin Lawrence. But I have to tell this part of the story, and the part of the story that I have to tell is that I saw a clip of Martin Lawrence and Will Smith promoting the movie. And in this clip, Martin Lawrence was holding the hand of Will Smith as Will Smith was helping him move forward onto the stage. And it looked like a man that was suffering from some sort of, um, what's that called? That people get those like brain aneurysms, they call them strokes. It looked like Martin Lawrence had suffered some sort of stroke, and he was in another world. He was pretending to be, yeah, like enjoying the crowd, but you can tell he was like a zombie. He was like in another world. So, unfortunately, I had that visual of Martin Lawrence, and I could not stop seeing it in the movie. I couldn't stop seeing that Martin Lawrence is not going to run down the block. He's not going to jump. He should not be doing action movies. Something being said?
No, nothing worth mentioning.
So
What's
Martin
wrong?
Lawrence is in this movie, and for the promo of the movie, he comes across as someone who suffered a stroke, and they're trying to hide it. And I just couldn't get it out of my mind as I'm watching the movie. It was such a forefront in my mind that Martin Lawrence is something is wrong with him. And yet this whole entire movie, from start to finish, they were hiding Martin Lawrence, his body language, his gestures.
Like a clone-ish?
What are you saying? Like, is the Martin Lawrence a clone?
Mm.
In the what? Like in real life or in the? What do you mean? Tell me what you just mean.
I'm
What
sorry, I'm
just happened to
sorry.
you? No, no. Tell me what the words that I said mean.
No, when you said they were hiding him, it's like you said, it's almost like they
Uh,
were using him like a Muppet or something.
okay. Well, let me tell
Um,
you what I really mean.
okay.
You know the actress or the actor or Gabrielle Silavey?
Yes.
She's the large woman. I think she just had a baby or she's pregnant or
She
something like
just
that.
had twins.
Look at that. Science is amazing. She had twins from a man who doesn't have any twins in his lineage. Good job.
A little man too.
Yeah. Good for them. I hope they're happy. But did you know that? Let me take off my glasses to give you an example. So look at the screen here. And you see how I'm talking and I'm just having a conversation? Well, this is Gabrielle Sidibe acting. And then the camera will cut and then they'll show her continue. In other words, they have to do 3-4 different cuts. You know why?
Why?
Because if you talk to Gabrielle Sidibe for more than like maybe 15 seconds, she does this. She has a tick. She has a very visible tick. So they're constantly having to cut and do different angles so you never see the tick. You've seen her in several movies. You've seen her being interviewed and all these different things that you never noticed her tick. And that is because they hide it from us. She has a tick. I met Gabrielle Sidibe in real life and she has a tick. Okay? So what I'm saying to you is that Martin Lawrence, he didn't have a tick. He has something else. He has something else that left him looking like some sort of victim of some sort of stress aneurysm or some sort of stroke or something is going on with Martin Lawrence. And you could see it throughout the movie. Even though it was in my mind and I hated the fact that I kept looking and noticing it, but this man doesn't supposed to be need to be doing an action movie. And then the part where Martin Lawrence is slapping Will Smith in the face, you couldn't stop thinking about when Will Smith smacked the comedian in the face. Chris Rock. And Martin Lawrence was slapping the taste out of him.
My wife's name out.
Yeah, exactly. So that slapping scene just was like some sort of like, I don't know. It just felt weird and wrong. So now, you know, I could get into the movie on how the woman from the TV show Better Call Saul, that woman from the Better Call Saul is in this movie playing the part of their captain who was killed by Will Smith's son that he didn't know was his son, some Hispanic looking young man. They have this Hispanic looking man who's in prison. He gets out of prison and now they're working together after the plane almost crashed to get payback and get to the people who's trying to set up the captain. And then it was absolutely some of the worst writing I've ever seen. I have to tell you, babe, I felt nothing for Will Smith, Martin Lawrence. I felt nothing for the woman from Better Call Saul and her daughter's relationship, her father's relationship. Then the father appeared in Martin Lawrence's dream when he thought he like died and he went to some sort of purgatory, and in that purgatory state he was able to have a conversation with his with the captain. And in that captain scene, it was so much more like First Contact. There's a movie with Jodie Foster, First Contact, where she goes through this machine and she comes out of it, and she thought she was there for like, 2 days, but she was only there for like, a millisecond. And Martin Lawrence experienced the same kind of a thing. It was total plagiarism from the movie. Only thing that didn't happen was Martin Lawrence's father didn't come have a conversation with him, but it was his captain. It was so... What's going on? You having to hide with the people being rude? Am I being trolled?
No.
Read what they say. Come on, I want to hear what they say.
They are saying, they're talking to each other.
Okay.
Saying, there's some teens in here. Do you use Minecraft roast? And I'm not a teen. What the F is this guy talking about? He's talking about a movie or drama. Oh, I don't remember. But Noe was bullying him, so I stood up for him. I'm sticking up for you. Maybe they're friends from Minecraft. Strolling the live section.
Right. It's all good. My phone is in vertical, so YouTube has promised to promote me to people that's on searching for shorts that are live. So here I am, bing bong. Um,
Wow.
so the movie was really bad. I think Will Smith is going to have a hard he's going to have a hard road ahead of him for us to really get out of our heads about the slap with Chris Tucker, not Chris Tucker.
Pause.
Who's Chris Tucker?
Chris
Oh,
Tucker
Chris
was
Tucker is
Will
from
Smith.
yeah. The comedian. It's what's the other one? Chris Rock. So Chris Rock was slapped by Will Smith, and now he's being slapped all over the place by Martin Lawrence. It was totally inappropriate time for the slap, and then Will Smith is suffering from a panic attack. Like he's now this murdering piece of S that's killed all these drug dealers and gangsters in all these movies from this from this bad boy thing. He now is suffering from some sort of PTSD, freezing, episodic situations where he's what is it? What are these people? They're so anxious. They have all of these panic attacks, anxiety attacks. So in the middle of their gun battle, Will Smith decides to have one of these anxiety situations, and that's where Martin Lawrence is slapping him around. But it was unbelievable. It wasn't realistic. And then I didn't like the fact that Martin Lawrence decided to tell everybody in the room, yo, this dude he froze. He had a panic attack. Like, if he really truly did have a panic attack, you're like the worst friend in the world. Why would you now start telling everybody about this panic attack that your partner just had? It was really, really done bad. Martin Lawrence and they spraying their hair black. Both Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, from right here to the middle of the head, they're spraying this section all black.
The Beijing?
The Beijing, I don't know. I think it's straight up black paint. I don't think it's even Beijing. This is just like on-set makeup. Like these people are showering every day. They come into work on the set, and the set is doing this. This is like some Hollywood. It almost, it also almost looked like a what they call that? What did Cat Williams call it? Call it a man unit. These guys are wearing man units with the spray paint, running around, and they won't show them running because these guys are too old. It's over. The movie was trash. Don't go see this movie. Don't promote this movie. Do not recommend this movie to a friend. I watched this movie so you don't ever have to. You're welcome. You're all welcome. That's called fake anger or even beige rage. There's nothing else I can say. They kidnapped Will Smith's wife, and it was so phony. It was so like predictable. Everything, you didn't feel afraid for anyone in this movie. It was so bad. I mean, it was so bad.
Chevy Bull said he watched it, he or she.
And what did they think of it?
So, they've done 2 movies in the last 3 years. Huh?
Martin Lawrence and Will Smith together?
Yeah, the Bad Boys. This is Bad Boys 4.
This is their 4th movie together.
When did Bad Boys 3 come out? I feel like that came out after the pandemic, no?
I have no idea. I don't remember. I think it was 2014 though. I think it's been longer than you. 28. I don't know. Don't get me to start lying.
I feel like
you have your
came
phone on you?
quickly. No.
Okay. All right, y'all. I just wanted to quickly give my movie review on Bad Boys: Ride or Die.
Oh no.
Please stop it. No one is releasing your son who killed cops into your custody. It's called, a conflict of interest. No one would do that. No one would have this helicopter spinning out of control, and y'all get to live. and like land in the water, and they came out of the water, like the swampy water. Like, this is Florida. Where the gators at? No gators are coming to eat your ass when the helicopter goes down? Come on. And there was a gator in the movie. And the gator actually bit Martin Lawrence, because when Martin Lawrence, in the beginning of the movie, he had that episode where he was in like a coma or he died. And while he was dealing with that, he came back and he came back, just took all the stuff off of him in the hospital and just walked to the roof and is standing on the roof in his gown. I thought it would have been funny if they would have showed his actual behind, but no, they tied it to the right side, so he was fully covered. Not that I want to see Martin
Lawrence.
Martin Lawrence's behind. I did not want to see that. I just was looking for something a little more real. And then how is your friend standing on the edge of a building and you're just like, so let me know when you're ready to come down? Like, what are we doing here? Then Martin Lawrence decides to walk across the busy street under the pretext is that I realize that I'm not ready yet. They're not ready to take me wherever, he's supposed to go. He's not ready, so he can't die. And he starts walking across the street. It was another plagiarized scene from the movie with Eddie Murphy when he was walking across that highway, not worrying about traffic in any way, shape, or form. So it was one copycat scene after the other. It was unbelievable. The scene where Martin Lawrence then gets bit by a huge white alligator, bites him from the shoulder arm area and did not go into a death row. What alligator is not going to chomp down on you and then start to spinning you out of control? That never happened. And it was just really just so bad. It's like, it was so bad. This franchise needs to die. Like, please, it's obvious they're making these movies bad on purpose, but come on. So sad. Martin Lawrence, much respect to you. You made me laugh a lot of times in my life growing up. And I joke around with my kids all the time when they ask me the most ridiculous questions, and I yell out, "I'm a man, Gina!" out of respect for the Martin. What was the show called? Martin. The Martin show. I'm a man, Gina. I'm a man. So I still jokingly yell out words like, "I'm a man, Gina." And as far as Will Smith, I still can't get over the Chris Rock slap. I have to be honest. I don't even know how I even feel about this dude. The last thing I liked from him was the one that, Legend, and I heard he's doing that again. We're obviously in a stalled century, and no one has a new idea. But you are appreciated, respected, and loved. And if you gotten any value out of this, which I know you did, hit the Cash App. Whoa, wait a minute, where are my likes? You gotta hit the like button, man. Come on. Show some respect here. Hit the like button. Hit the Cash App. $, Elvis Rosenberg. That's capital E. Regularly spelled LVIS. Then a capital R. Regularly spelled OSENBERG. One word. $, Elvis Rosenberg. One word. Capital E, capital R. You are appreciated. You are loved. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the like button. Come on.